Alright, so we've reverted to the previous launch attempt. I accidentally staged it a little bit too soon, so we're going to try and fix that by not being a little bit too eager to hit the spacebar button. I'm not used to the spacebar button actually doing things, so hopefully we can fix that this time. So let's go ahead and launch. Oh, and before I do that, I might want to turn on that stability there system. And it's still wobbling, which I don't know why, but let's just go ahead and get off the ground. So we're going to wait for about, oh, alright, I think it's safe to turn this thing slightly to the right. Alright, we are now achieved the closest thing that I can assume is a 45-degree angle. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the orbit inside the Earth. Okay, so our parabola arc is still pretty puny, which is okay. Let's go ahead and time warp a little bit. Oh no, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Let's get out of that. Oh Jesus! All right, so this thing is not entirely stable. I didn't realize that because it is moving back and forth a little bit. Even so, this is better than the first attempt. Still got a lot of fuel. So, yeah, better than usual. Let's try doing it at double time, just to make time a little bit faster. Let's speed up just a little bit more. Time warp 1. So we've now we're over Africa, and we still got. So we're gonna go ahead and stage that rocket and fire this one. And I'm not going to press the spacebar. I really don't like how the spacebar button is. You know, like it's a big red shiny button that does things. I really don't like. So we're going to angle it a little bit. There we go. And let's look at the map. I think we're gonna do it here. I don't know if I should be doing this, you know, at full throttle blast, but I think maybe now we should. Oh, maybe not. Let's just wait until we completely. Alright, so we're completely out of atmosphere, so I'm going to go ahead and try dropping the throttle to about 3/4. And our orbit is increasing quite steadily. The parabola is a little bit high, I think. That could be a fuck up on my part, but you know what? Whatever. We're still gaining speed. That's good. Still gaining a steady amount of speed. All right, and it's increasing. Very good. Just double checking what's going on out here. I think we got a little bit of a higher arc on our launch this time. It's a lot higher than I remember it being, but there it is. We're about halfway out of fuel. That's why I kind of throttled it down a little bit so that we're not just burning through all of it. I wonder what happens if I kill this entire. Okay, so we do lose speed. So actually, will we though? fall back down is the question. So we're going to find out. So I've just killed the speed. I'm going to advance time. Probably shouldn't have gone it that fast. We've lost complete spatial control of the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and try and re-angle it at about that. And we're going to go ahead and we're falling now. So we're going to go ahead and put the throttle on full blast and recover some of what we've done there, because I didn't know it was going to happen, so I was just experimenting. So the point is don't let off the throttle until you've absolutely achieved orbit. I don't know if we're still going to. The ring is still... Let's try making it a little bit higher. I think we might actually get this thing back on the ground. We are almost there. Alright, let's try dropping off the throttle a little bit in case we need to have a little bit more maneuvers. But we are still gaining speed. Worst comes to worst, we will circumnavigate Kerbal. At least a couple times. I think we did it. I think we've established orbit, so let's kill the engines entirely and see and check the numbers. So we're still on, we're still climbing. And it looks like our orbit is going to actually intersect us a little bit with Kerbal still. So I think it needs just a little bit more gas, so we're going to go ahead and deal with that. So we'll just do a hard burn for a couple seconds there. And I think that's good, so we're just going to kill the engine. Alright, well that looks like a pretty fucking stable orbit to me. Let's advance time and see what happens. Alright, we've got... Oh! I'm just checking the stability of the orbit. It won't let me... It kind of stopped the time warp format, probably because I'm so close to a planetary body. I don't really know why or the rules behind it, but this is pretty goddamn decent. So how much fuel do I have left? I have quite a bit of fuel. And where is my rocket in position to? Okay, we're floating sideways. So how about we? Oh, that's the roll. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So we'll. How do you... Alright, so let's continue to look at our orbit. Our orbit's pretty much stable. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to reduce time to standard speed, and we're going to increase the throttle and see if we can't change the direction of the orbit. Let's give it a hard burn for about, oh, I don't know. And there it is. It's angling up. How about that? How about that? Let's give it a hard burn for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kill it. And we now have a slightly, it's no longer a straight line. So that's good. So we have that. So if I was to try and burn it in the opposite direction, let's see what happens there. So we're just gonna... Assuming that's going to shrink it. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It is definitely shrinking the orbit. So we're going to try and shoot for this thing. to be about right there. Stop. Let's not burn all the fuel. We still got like probably like another few seconds left. All right, so this thing is probably we're going to try and shoot for landing right about there. If I burn any further, I'm afraid I might overshoot. Probably not, but let's not wait. Oh shit! I just did it, didn't I? I accidentally pressed the space bar. Maybe it doesn't do it there. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to crap! I can't tell where I'm oriented. Where am I oriented? Which way am I flying? Alright, so I'm flying upwards. So we're going to go ahead and just burn the rest of the fuel. See what that does to the orbit, because I'm just curious. Okay, it is shrinking it quite significantly. We are now out of fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and stage that, so that way it's going to fly away from me, so that way it's not going to fuck with my re-entry. And we are going to land on the dark side of the planet, it looks like. Probably in the ocean, but you know what? This is a better success than anything else. Maybe that's mountains. I can't really tell. It's kind of hard to see. So let's get out of that. Oh, ship can't be throttled up to fast forward. That's fine, whatever. I'm in a capsule. It doesn't matter. There's no fucking engine. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. And I think this is going to be a pretty damn decent re-entry. Alright, so let's slow down. Let's speed it up just a touch. Alright, so now it won't let us go any faster than ×4. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to put it at ×4 because that's about the speed that I would want it at anyway. Alright, we're going to go. Alright, let's get out of that. Alright, so how high up are we? We're at 16,000 and falling. And it's very hard to see, but we've achieved re-entry. Falling very rapidly. I think it's time to deploy that there parachute. Deploy it, bitch. No target. The target is don't die. How about that? So why don't you fucking deploy it? I don't know. I don't need a target. There's nothing to target with the parachute except the ship. Deploy, you asshole. Oh, I have to click the button to do it. Jesus Christ, that's stupid. Alright, we're falling. Let's advance time. And we are falling very quickly. We might actually hit the ground. Oh, nope, no we won't. Sweet. How about that? The chute deployed at about 23,000. That's great. So, we'll just make a nice little moon landing, or rather Afghanistan landing on the ground. And I think we've got ourselves a proper fucking landing. And we do. How about that? We landed that shit right on the side of a mountain. Very big mountain, actually. Wow. How about that? It's not bad. Alright, let's try it again.